welcome to ACT's production of Twelfth Night, or What You Will. I am Cearan Costello. I am the director of this show and the managing director of ACT. If you don't know who we are a UTK theater organization that is open to all students, undergrad or graduate. This show is about 90 minutes and has no intermission, so at this time, please silence, turn off your cell phones. We also have emergency exits to your left and to your right. There's one right here, but it leads down the stairs, so this is usually a better way to go if you want to get out fast. Or you could follow the trail of screaming actors. They probably know where they're going. Thank you all for wearing your masks. As you may know, COVID takes a huge toll on theater and artists as a whole. We would also like to thank Center for Student Engagement, who funded this project. And we would like to give a big thank you to Clarence Brown Theater and the undergrad theater department. They are a big support to us, and they have done a lot to help us in this production. Truly, there are too many people to thank. Clarence Brown is having a production of Christmas Carol at the end of this month, so please, if you're interested, go see that. That's all for me. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
If music be the food of love, play on. Give me excess of it, that surfeiting the appetite may sicken and so die. That strain again, it had a dying fall. It came o'er my ear like the sweet sound that breathes upon a bank of violets, stealing and giving odor. Enough. No more. 'Tis not so sweet as it was before. O spirit of love, how quick and fresh art thou.
Will you go hunt, my lord?
What?
The hart.
Why, so I do. The noblest that I have. When mine eyes did see Olivia first, methought she perched the air of pestilence. That instant was I turned into a hart, in my desires, like fell and cruel a hound's e'er since pursue me. Now, what news from her?
So please, my lord, I might not be admitted, but from her handmaid do return this answer. Till 7 years, the element itself, till 7 years he shall not behold her face at ample view. But, like a cloistress, she will veiled walk in water once a day, her chamber round with eye-offending brine. All this to season a brother's dead love, which she shall keep fresh and lasting in her sad remembrance.
Oh, she that hath a heart of that fine frame, to pay this debt of love but to a brother. How will she love when the rich golden shaft hath killed all affections else that live in her? When liver, brain, and heart, these sovereign thrones are all supplied and filled, her sweet perfections with one self king. Away before me to sweet beds of flowers. Love thoughts lie rich when canopied with bowers.
What country friend is this? This is New York City, sir. And what should I do in New York City? My brother is in Elysium. Perchance he is not drowned. What think you, friend?
Perchance you yourself were saved.
My poor brother. And so perchance may he be.
True, my friend, and to comfort you with chance, assure yourself when your ship did split and you and those poor numbers saved with you hung on our drifting boat, I saw your brother, most provident in peril, bind himself, courage and hope, both teaching him the practice to a strong mast that lived upon the sea. I saw him hold acquaintance with the waves so long as I could see.
For saying so, there's gold. My own escape unfolded to my hope Virtue thy speech search for authority, the like of him. Knowest thou this city?
Aye, well, but I was bred and born not 3 hours travel from this very place.
Who governs here?
A noble duke, in nature has a name.
What's the name?
Orsino.
Orsino? I've heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then.
And so is now. Oh, was so very late. For but a month ago, I went from hence, and then 'twas fresh and murmur, as you know, what great ones do, the less will prattle of, that he did seek the love of fair Olivia.
What's she?
A virtuous maid, the daughter of a count, who died some 12 months since, and then leaving her in the protection of her brother, who shortly also died, 'tis said she hath abjured the company in sight of men.
That I served that lady, and might not be delivered unto the world, till I made mine own occasion mellow what my estate is.
How were hard to compass, she will admit no kinder suit. No, not the duke's.
There is fair behavior in thee, cabby. I prithee, and I'll pay thee bounteously. Conceal me what I am, and be my aid for such disguise as haply shall become the form of my intent. I will serve this duke. You will present me as a servant to him. It may be worth thy pains, for I can sing and speak to him in many sorts of music that will allow me very worth his service. What else may hap? To time I will commit. Only shape thou thy silence to my wit.
Be you his servant, and your mute I'll be. When mine tongue blasts, then let mine eyes not see.
I thank thee. Lead me on.
What a plague means my cousin to take the death of her brother thus? I am sure care is an enemy to life.
By my troth, Sir Toby, you must come in earlier nights. Your cousin, my lady, takes great exceptions to your ill hours.
Why let her accept before accepted?
Aye, but you must confine yourself within the modest limits of order.
Oh, confine. I'll confine myself no finer than I am. These clothes are good enough to drink in. And so be these boots too. And they be not. Let them hang themselves on their own straps.
That quaffing and drinking will undo ya. I heard my lady speak of it yesterday. And of a foolish knight you brought in one night here.
Who? Sir Andrew Cheek?
Ah, he.
He's as tall as any man in New York City.
What's that to the purpose?
Well, he has 3,000 ducats a year.
I but I'll have but a year and all these ducats. He's a very fool and a prodigal.
Fie that you'll say so. Why, he plays all the vile gamboys and speaks 3 or 4 languages, word for word, without book, and hath all the good gifts of nature.
He hath indeed almost natural. For besides that, he's a fool and a great quarreler, and but that he hath the gift of a coward to allay the gust he hath in quarreling, 'tis thought among the prudent he'd quickly have the gift of a grave.
By this hand, they are scoundrels and subtractors that say so of them. Who are they?
And moreover, he's a drunk nightly in your company.
To drink in health to my cousin.
I'll drink to her as long as there is a passage in my throat and a drink in New York City. He's a coward and a coistrel that will not drink to my cousin till his brain turns to the perish like top. But wench, Castillo Volgo. But here comes her red face!
Sir Toby Belch. How now, Sir Toby Belch?
Sweet Sir.
Bless you, fair shrew.
And you too, sir.
Accost, Sir Andrew, accost!
What's that?
My cousin's chambermaid.
Good Mistress Acast, I desire better acquaintance.
My name is Mary, sir.
Good Mistress Mary Acast.
My knight. Your mistake. Accost is front her. Board her. Woo her. Assail her.
By my troth, I would not undertake her in this company. Is that the meaning of Acast?
Fare you well, gentlemen.
If thou let pot so, Sir Andrew, would thou never draw sword again?
Fair lady, if you let pot so, I might never draw sword again. Fair lady, do you think you have fools in hand?
Hey, have not you by the hand?
Marry, but you shall have. And here's my hand.
Now, sir, thought is free. I pray you, bring your hand to the buttery pot and let it drain.
Wherefore, sweetheart? What's your metaphor?
A dry one, sir.
Why, I think so. I'm not such an ass, but I can keep my hand dry. But what's your jest?
A dry jest, sir.
Are you full of them?
I have them at my fingers' ends. Mary, I let go your hand. I'm barren.
Thou lackest a cup of canary. When did I see thee so put down?
Never in your life, I think. Unless you see canary put me down. Methinks sometimes I have no more wit than a Christian or an ordinary man has. But I am a great eater of beef, and I think that is onto my wit.
No question.
And I thought that I'd forswear it. I'll write home tomorrow, Sir Toby.
Pourquoi, my dear knight?
What is pourquoi? Do or not do? I would I had bestowed that time in the tongues that I had in dancing, fencing, and bear baiting. I but followed the arts.
Hadst thou had an excellent head of hair?
Why, would that have mended my hair?
Past question, for it will not curl by nature.
But it befits me well enough, does it not?
Excellent. It hangs like a flax on a distaff. I hope to see a housewife take thee between her legs and spin it off.
I'll stay a month longer. I am a fellow with the strangest mind in the world. I delight in mass and revels, sometimes altogether.
Art thou good at these kickshaws, knight?
As any man in New York City, whatsoever he be, under the degree of my betters, and yet I will not compare with an old man.
What is thy excellence in a dance, my knight?
I believe I have the back drink simply as strong as any man in New York City. Shall we set about some revels?
What else shall we do? Were we not born under Taurus?
Taurus? That's sides and half.
No, it is legs and thighs. Let me see the caper! Higher, higher! Excellent.
If the Duke continues these favors towards you, Cesario, you are like to be much advanced. He hath known you but 3 days, and already you are no stranger.
You either fear his humor or my negligence that you call in question the continuance of his love. Is he inconstant, sir, in his favors?
No, believe me.
I thank you. Here comes the Duke.
Who saw Cesario ho?
On your attendance, my lord, here.
Stand you a while, Luke Cesario. Thou knowest no less but all. I have unclasped to thee the book, even of my secret soul. Therefore, good youth, address thy gate upon her. Be not denied access. Stand at her doors and tell them there thy fixed foot shall grow, till thou have audience.
Sure, my noble lord, if she be so abandoned to her sorrow as is spoke, she'll never admit me.
Be clamorous, and leap all civil bounds, rather than make unprofited return.
Suppose I do speak with her, my lord. What then?
Oh, then unfold the passion of my love. Surprise her with the discourse of my dear faith. It shall become thee well to act my woes. She will attend it better in thy youth.
I think not so, my lord.
Dear lad, believe it. They shall yet belie thy happy years. That say thou art a man. Diana's lip is not more smooth than Rubius. Thy small pipe is as the maiden's organ, shrill and sound, and all assemblative a woman's part. I know thy constellation is right out for this affair. Prosper well in this, and thou shalt live as freely as thy lord. Took all his fortunes, thine.
I'll do my best to woo your lady. Yet a barful strife, whoe'er I wooed, myself would be his life.
Nay, either tell me what thou hast been, or I will not open my lips so wide that a bristle may enter in way of thy excuse. My lady will hang thee for thy absence.
Let her hang me. He who is well hanged in this world need to fear no colors.
Peace, you don't no more of that. Here comes my lady.
Wit, if it be thy will, put me to good fooling. God bless thee, lady.
Take the fool away.
Do you not hear, madam? Take away the lady.
Go to, you're a dry fool. I'll know more of you. Besides, you grow dishonest. Sir, I bade her take away you.
Misprision in the highest degree. Madam, I prithee give me leave to prove you a fool.
Can you do it?
Dexterously, good madam.
Make your proof.
My lady, why mournest thou?
Good fool, for my brother's death.
I think his soul is in hell.
I know his soul is in heaven, fool.
More the fool to mourn a brother's soul being in heaven. Ha! Take away the fool!
Madam, there is at the gate a young gentleman who much desires to speak with you.
From the Count Orsino, is it?
I know not, madam. 'Tis a fair young man.
Who of my people holds him in delay?
Sir Toby, madam, your kinsman.
Oh, fetch him off, I pray you. He speaks nothing but madman. Fie on him. Go you, Maria. If it be a suit from the Count, I am sick or not at home. What you will to dismiss it. Now you see, sir, how your fooling grows old and people dislike it.
Thou hast spoke first, madam, as if thy eldest son should be a fool. For here he comes. One of thy kin has a most weak Tiamat.
By mine honor, half drunk. What is he at the gate, cousin?
A gentleman.
A gentleman! What gentleman?
'Tis a gentleman here. How now, sot?
Good, Sir Toby.
Cousin, how have you come so early by this lethargy?
Lechery? I defy lechery. There's one at the gate.
Aye, marry. What is he?
Let him be the devil and he will. I cannot give me faith, say I. Well, it's all one.
What's a drunken man like, fool?
Like a drowned man, a fool, and a madman. One draught above heat makes him a fool. A second mads him. And a third drowns him.
Madam, yon young fella swears he will speak with you. I told him you were sick. He took it on him to understand so much, and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you were asleep. He seems to have foreknowledge of that too, and therefore comes to speak with you. What is to be said to him, lady? He is fortified against any denial.
Tell him he will not speak with me.
Has been told so, and he said he'll stand at your door like a sheriff's post and be a supporter to a bench, but he'll speak with you.
What kind of man is he?
Why, of mankind?
What manner of man?
Very ill manner. He'll speak with you. Will you or no?
Of what personage in years is he?
Not yet old enough for a man, nor young enough for a boy. He is very well favored, and speaks very shrewishly. One would think his mother's milk was scarce out of him.
Let him approach. Come, give me my veil. Throw it over my face. We will once more hear Orsino's embassy.
The honorable lady of the house. Which is she?
Speak to me. I will answer for her. Your will?
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty. I pray you, tell me if this be the lady of the house, for I never saw her. I'll be loath to cast away my speech, for besides that it is excellently well penned, I have taken great pains to con it. Good beauties, let me sustain no scorn. I am very comfortable, even to the least sinister usage.
Whence came you, sir?
I can say little more than I have studied, and that question's out of my part. Good gentleman, give me modest assurance, if you be the lady of the house, that I may proceed in my speech.
Are you a comedian?
No, my profound heart. And yet by the very fangs of malice I swear, I am not that I play. Are you the lady of the house?
If I do not usurp myself, I am.
Most certain if you are she, you do usurp yourself. What is yours to bestow is not yours to reserve. But this is from my commission. I will on with my speech, in your praise, and then show you the heart of my message.
Come to what is important in it. I forgive you the praise.
Alas, I have taken great pains to study it, and 'tis poetical.
'Tis more like to be feigned. I pray you keep it in. I allowed your approach rather to wonder at you than to hear you. If you be not mad, be gone. If you have reason, be brief. Tell me your mind.
I am a messenger.
Sure, you have some hideous matter to deliver, when the courtesy of it is so fearful. What is your text?
It alone concerns your ear. I bring no overture of war, no taxation of homage. I hold the olive in my hand. My words are as fun of peace as matter.
Yet you began rudely. What are you? What would you?
The rudeness that hath appeared in me have I learned from my entertainment. Who I am and what I would are as secret as maidenhead. To your ears, divinity. To any others, profanation.
Give us the place alone. We will hear this divinity. Now, sir, speak your text.
Most sweet lady!
A comfortable doctrine, and much may be said of it. Where lies your text?
In Orsino's bosom.
In his bosom! In what chapter of his bosom?
To answer by the method, in the first of his heart.
Oh, I have read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good madam, let me see your face.
Have you any commission from your lord to speak with my face? You are now out of your text, but we will draw the curtain and show you the picture. Look you, sir, such a one I was this present. Is it not well done?
Excellently done, if God did all. Good lady, you are the cruelest she alive if you would leave these graces to the grave and leave the world no copy.
Oh, sir, I will not be so hard-hearted. I will give out diverse schedules of my beauty. It shall be inventoried and every particle and utensil labeled to my will as item, 2 lips, indifferent red. Item, 2 gray eyes with lids to them. Item, 1 neck, 1 chin, and so forth. Were you sent hither to praise me?
I see what you are. You are too proud. But if you were the devil, you are fair. My lord and master loves you. Such love could be but recompense were you crowned the nonpareil of beauty.
How does he love me? with adorations, fertile tears, with groans that thunder love, with sighs of fire.
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him. Yet I suppose him virtuous, know him noble, of great estate, of fresh and stainless youth, a gracious person. But I cannot love him. He might have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you in my master's flame, with such a suffering, such a deadly life, in your denial I'd find no sense. I would not understand it.
What? What would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate and call upon my soul within the house. Write loyal cantons of contemned love and sing them loud, even in the dead of night. Hallow your name to the reverberant hills, cry out, Olivia! Oh, you should not rest, but you should pity me.
You might do much. What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes, yet my state as well. I am a gentleman.
Get you to your lord. I cannot love him. Let him send no more. Unless, perchance, you come to me again to tell me how he takes it. Fare you well. I thank you for your pains. Spend this for me.
I am no fee post lady. Keep your purse. Farewell, fair cruelty.
What is your parentage? Above my fortunes, yet my state as well. I am a gentleman. I'll be sworn thou art! Thy tongue, limbs, face, actions, and spirit do give thee fivefold blazon! Not too fast. Soft. Soft. Even so quickly may one catch the plague. Methinks I feel this youth's perfections with an invisible and subtle stealth to creep in at mine eyes. Well, let it be. What ho, Mariah?
Here, madam, at your service.
Run after that same peevish messenger, the county's man. He left this ring behind him, would I or not. Tell him not to flatter with his lord. I am not for him. However, if that youth will come this way tomorrow, I'll give him reason for it. Hide thee, Mariah.
Madam, I will.
I do I know not what, and fear to find mine eyes too great a flatterer for my mind. Fate, show thy force. Ourselves we do not owe. What is decreed must be, and be this so.
Will you stay no longer? Nor will you not that I go with you?
By your patience, no. My stars shine darkly over me. The malignancy of my fate might perhaps distemper yours. Therefore, I shall crave of you your leave that I may bear my evils alone. It were a bad recompense on your love to lay any of them on you.
Let me yet know if you whither you are bound.
No, soothe, ma'am. My determinate voyage is mere wandering. And yet, I perceive in you so excellent a touch of modesty that you'll not extort from me what I am willing to keep in. Therefore, it charges me in manners to express myself. You must know of me, then, Antonio, my name is Sebastian. My father was that Sebastian of Mezzaline, whom I know you have heard of. He left behind himself myself and my twin, both born in an hour. If the heavens had desired it, we had so ended. But you, ma'am, altered that. But some hour before you rescued me from the sea was my sister drowned.
Pardon me, sir, your bad entertainment.
Oh, good Antonio, forgive me your troubles.
If you will not murder me for my love, let me be your servant.
If you will not undo what you have undone, that is, kill him whom you have recovered, desire it not. Fare ye well at once. My bosom is full of kindness, and yet I'm so near the manners of my mother that upon the least occasion more mine eyes will tell tales of me. I am bound to the Count Orsino's court. Farewell.
The gentleness of all the gods go with thee. I have many enemies around this court, else would I very shortly see thee there. But come what may, I too adore thee so that danger shall seem sport. I will go.
Were not you even now with the Countess Olivia?
Even now, ma'am, on a moderate pace, I've since arrived but hither.
She returns this ring to you, sir. You might have saved me my pains and have taken it away yourself. She adds, moreover, that you put your lord into a desperate assurance. She will none of him. And one more thing, that you never be so haughty to come again in his affairs, unless it be to report your lord's taking of this. Receive it so.
I've left no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid, my outside have not charmed her. She made good view of me. Indeed, so much she did speak in starts distractedly. She loves me, sure. The cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. None of my lord's ring, why he sent her none. I am the man. If it be so as it is, poor lady, she were better love a dream. Disguise, I see thou art a wickedness. How will this fadge? My master loves her dearly. Thy, poor monster, fond as much on him. And she, mistaken, seems to dote on me. What will become of this? As I am man, my state is desperate for my master's love. As I was woman, now, alas the day, what thriftless sighs shall poor Olivia breathe? Oh, time! Thou must untangle this, not I. It's too hard a knot for me to untie.
Approach, Sir Andrew. Not to be abed after midnight is to go to bed early, and thou knowest that it is
my troth, I know not. But I know to be up late is to be up late.
a false conclusion. I hate it as an unfilled can. To be up after midnight and to go to bed then is early. So to go to bed after midnight is to go to bed early. Does our life not consist of the four elements?
Faith, so they say. And yet I think it rather consists of eating and drinking.
Thou is the scholar. Let us therefore eat and drink.
Give me some music. Now, good Cesario, but that piece of song, that old and antique song we heard last night, methought it did relieve my passion much. Come hither, boy. If thou shalt ever love, in the sweet pangs of it remember me, for I am as all true lovers are, unstaid and skittish in all motions else, save in the constant image of the creature that is beloved. How dost thou like this tune?
It gives a very echo to the seat where love is throned.
Thou dost speak masterly, my life upon it. Young though thou art, thine eye hath stayed upon some favor that it loves, hath it not, boy?
A little, by your favor.
What person is it?
Of your complexion.
She is not worth thee then. What years, i' faith?
About your years, my lord.
Too old, by heaven!
I think it well, my lord.
Tell her, my love, more noble than the world, prizes not quantity of dirty lands. Tell her I hold as giddily as fortune, but 'tis that miracle and queen of gems that nature dress her in attracts my soul.
But if she cannot love you?
I cannot be so answered.
Sooth, but you must. Say that some person, as perhaps there is, hath for your love as great a pang of heart as you have for Olivia. You cannot love them, you tell them so. Must they then be answered?
There is no woman's sides can bide the beating of so strong a passion as love doth give my heart. But mine is all as hungry, and can digest as much, make no compare, to the love a woman can give me, and that I owe Olivia.
Aye, but I know.
What dost thou know?
Too well what love women to men may owe. My father had a daughter, loved a man as it might be. Were I a woman, I should your lordship.
What's her history?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love, but let concealment, like a worm in the bud, feed on her damask cheek. She pined and thought. She sat like patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Was this not love indeed? We men may say more, swear more, but our shows are more than will. For still we prove much in our vows, but little in our love. Sir, shall I to this lady?
Aye, that's the theme. To her in haste. Give her this jewel and say, my love can give no place. Bide no denay.
Thy music. Dost thou live by thy tavern?
No, I live by the church.
Art thou a churchman?
No, sir. I live on the street. And that street is by the church.
So thou mayest say, the king lies by a beggar if the beggar dwell near him. Or the church stands by thy tabor if thy tabor stand by the church.
No. You have said, sir.
I warrant thou art a merry fellow, and carest for nothing.
No, sir. I do care for something. But in my conscience, I do not care for you. If that be to care for nothing, I would it would make you invisible.
Art not thou the Lady Olivia's fool?
The Lady Olivia has no folly, sir. I am not her fool, but her corrupter of words.
I saw thee late at the Count Orsino's.
Foolery, sir, doth walk about the orb like the sun. It shines everywhere. I would be sorry, sir, but foolery is oft to be with thy master as with my mistress. I think I saw your wisdom there.
Nay, and thou pass upon me, I'll no more with thee. Hold, there's expenses for thee.
Ah, Now, by Jove, and his next commodity of hair, Cindy Beard.
By my troth, I'll tell thee, I'm almost sick for one. This man is wise enough to play the fool. To do that well craves a kind of wit.
Save thee, gentlemen.
And you, sir.
God bless you, sir.
And you as well.
Will you encounter the house? My cousin is desirous. You should enter.
I am bound to your cousin, sir. I mean, she is the list of my voyage.
Taste your legs, sir. Put them to motion.
My legs do better understand me, sir, than I understand you biting me taste my legs.
I mean to go, sir, to enter.
I will answer you with gate and entrance, but we are prevented.
Let the door be shut and leave me to my hearing. Give me your hand, sir.
My duty, madam, and most humble service.
What is your name?
Cesario is your servant's name, fair princess.
My servant. 'Twas never a merry world since lowly feigning was considered compliment. Your servant to the Count Orsino, youth.
And he is yours. And his must needs be yours. Your servant's servant is your servant, madam.
For him, I think not on him. For his thoughts would they were blanks rather than filled with me.
Madam, I come to whet your gentle thoughts on his behalf.
Oh, by your leave, I pray you, I bade you, never speak again of him. But, if you would undertake another suit, I would rather hear you to solicit that than music from the spheres.
Dear lady,
give me leave, beseech you. I did send, after the last enchantment you did hear, a ring in chase of you. So did I abuse myself, my servant, and I fear me, you. Under your hard construction I must sit to force that on you in a shameful cunning which you knew none of yours. What might you think? Cypress, not a bosom, hideth my heart. So, let me hear you speak.
I pity you.
That's a degree to love.
No, not a degree. For 'tis vulgar proof that very oft we pity enemies.
Why then, methinks 'tis time to smile again. Oh, world, how apt the poor are to be proud. If one should be a prey, how much the better to fall before the lion with the wolf. Be not afraid, good youth. I will not have you. And yet, when wit and youth is come to harvest, your wife is like to reap a proper man. There lies your way, due west.
Then westward ho. Grace and good disposition attend your ladyship. You'll nothing, madam, to my lord by me?
Stay, I prithee. Tell me what thou thinkest of me.
That you do think you are not what you are.
If I think so, I think the same of you.
Then think you right, I am not what I am.
I would you were as I would have you be.
Would it be better, madam, than I am? I wish it might, for now I am your fool.
Oh, what a deal of scorn looks beautiful in the contempt and anger of his lip. Love sought is good, but given unsought better.
By innocence I swear, and by my truth I have one heart, one bosom, and one truth, and that no woman has, nor never none shall mistress be of it, save I alone. So adieu, good madam. Nevermore will I my master's tears to you deplore.
Yet come again, for thou perhaps mayst move that heart, which now abhors, to like his love.
No, faith, I'll not stay a jot longer.
Thy reason? Dear venom, give thy reason!
Mary, I saw your cousin bestow more favors to the Count's serving man than ever she bestowed upon me.
She did show favor to the youth. In your sight, to exasperate you, you should have banged the youth into dumbness.
And it be any way, it must be with valor. Policy I hate. I just as be a brownist as a politician.
Why, then build me thy fortunes upon the basis of valor. Challenge me the Count's youth to fight with him. Hurt him in 11 places. There is none but this, Sir Andrew.
Will you bear me a challenge to him?
Go, write it in martial hand. Be fierce and brief.
Where shall I find you?
We'll call you at the bedchamber. Yeah.
I would not by my will have troubled you, but since you make your pleasure of your pains, I will no further chide you.
I could not stay behind you. My desire more sharp than filed steel did spur me forth, and I'll love to see you, though as much might would have drawn one to a longer voyage. But jealousy, what might befall your travels, being skillless in these parts which, to a stranger, unguided and unfriended, often prove rough and unhospitable. My willing love, the rather by these arguments of fear set forth in your pursuit.
My kind Antonio, I can no other answer give but thanks. And thanks and ever thanks and oft good turns are shuffled off with such uncurrent pay. Shall we go see the relics of this town?
Tomorrow, sir. Best first go see your lodging.
I am not weary, and 'tis long tonight. I pray you, let us satisfy our eyes with the memorials and things of fame that do renown this city.
Would you pardon me? I do not without danger walk these streets. Once in a fight, me against an officer, I did some service. Of such note indeed that were I found here would scarce be answered.
Belike you slew great number of his people?
The offense is not of such bloody nature. Albeit the quality of time and quarrel might have given us a bloody argument. It might have since been answered in repaying what we took from them, which for traffic's sake most of our city did. Only myself stood out. For which if I be lapsed in this place, I shall pay dear.
Do not then walk too open.
It doth not fit me. Hold, sir. Here's my purse. In the south suburb at the Elephant is best to lodge. I will bespeak our diet, whilst you beguile the time and feed your knowledge in viewing of the town. There shall you have me.
Why I your purse?
Happily your eye shall light upon some toy you have desired to purchase. And your store, I think, is not a vital market, sir.
I'll be your purse bearer and leave you for an hour?
To the Elephant.
I do remember.
I have sent after him. He says he'll come. Oh, how shall I feast him? What bestow of him? I speak too loud.
Madam, the young gentleman at Count Orsino's is returned. I can hardly entreat him back. He attends your ladyship's pleasure.
I'll come to him.
Here's the challenge. Read it. Warning. There's vinegar and pepper in it.
Gimme. Youth whatsoever thou art but a scurvy fellow.
Good and valiant.
Wonder not why I do call thee so, for I shall give no reason for it.
A good note, that keeps me from the blow of the law.
Thou comest to the Lady Olivia, and in my sight she treats thee kindly. But thou liest in thy throat. That is not the reason I challenge thee for.
Very brief, and to exceeding good sense.
What? I shall waylay thee going home, if it be thy chance to kill me.
Good.
Thou killest me like a rogue and a villain.
Still, I keep on the windy side of the law. Good.
May God have mercy upon one of our souls. He may have mercy upon mine, but my hope is better. So look to thyself, thy friend, for thou usest him as thy sworn enemy. Andrew and Cheek, if this letter move him not, his legs cannot. I'll give it him. He is in some commerce with a lady. Go, Sir Andrew, scout me for him. Away! Now, will not I deliver this letter, for the behavior of the young gentleman gives him out to be of good capacity and breeding. His employment between his lord and my cousin confirms no less. Therefore, this letter, being so excellently ignorant, will breed no terror in the youth. He will find it comes from a clodpole. But, sir, I shall deliver his challenge by word of mouth. Set upon entry a notable report of valor, which his youth will aptly receive it into a most hideous opinion of his rage, skill, fury, and impetuosity. This will so fright them both, they will kill one another. By the look! Here he comes. I shall meditate upon the while for a horrid message for a challenge.
I have said too much unto a hard stone and laid mine honor to uncarried out. There's something in me that reproves my fault, but such a headstrong potent fault it is that if it mocks reproof,
With the same behavior that your passion bears goes on my master's grief.
Here, wear this jewel for me. 'Tis my picture. Refuse it not, it hath no tongue to vex you, and I pray you come again tomorrow. What will you ask of me that I'll deny that honor saved upon asking may give?
Nothing but this, your true love for my master.
How can I give to him that which I have given to you?
I will acquit you.
Well, come again tomorrow. Fare thee well. A fiend like thee may bear my soul to hell.
Gentlemen, God save thee!
And you, sir.
That defense thou hast, but take thee to it. Of what wrongs in nature thou hast done him. I know not, but thy interceptor, full of despite, bloody as the hunter, attends thee at the orchard end. Dismount thy tuck, be ere in thy preparation, for thy Sicilians is quick, skillful, and deadly.
You mistake, sir. I'm sure no man hath any quarrel to me. My remembrance is very free and clear of any image of offense done to any man.
You'll find it otherwise. Therefore, if you hold your life at any price, betake thee to your guard. For your opposite hath in him what's youth, strength, skill, and wrath can furnish man withal.
I pray you, what is he?
He is night, tubbed with unhatched rapier and uncarpet consideration. But he's a devil in private brawl, Souls and bodies hath he divorced 3, and his incessant at this moment is none but by pangs of death and sepulchre. Nob is his word. Give it or take it.
I will return again into the house and desire some conduct of the lady. I am no fighter. I've heard of some kind of men that put quarrels purposely on others to taste their valor. Be like this is a man of that work.
Sir! No. His indignation derives itself out of a very competent injury. Therefore, get you on and give him his desire. Back you shall not to the house, unless you undertake that with me, which is much safety as you might with him. Therefore, on.
This is as uncivil as strange. I beseech you, do me this courteous office as to know of the knight what my offense to him is. It's something of my negligence, nothing of my purpose.
I know the knight is incensed against you, even to a mortal arbitrament, but nothing of the circumstance more.
I beseech you, what manner of man is he?
Nothing of that wonderful promise, to read him by his form, as you would like to find him in the proof of his valor. He is indeed, sir, the most skillful, bloody, and fatal opposite you could have found in New York City. Will you walk towards him? I shall make your peace with him if I can.
I shall be much bound to you for it. I'm one that'd rather go as Sir Priest than Sir Knight. I care not who knows so much of my metal.
Why, sir? He's a very devil. I had a pass with him, rapier, scabbard, and all, and he gives me the stocking with such a mortal motion that it is inevitable. And on the answer, he pays you as surely as your feet hit the ground they step on. They say he's been fed to the Sophie.
Plague on, and I'm not meddle with him.
But he will not now be pacified.
Pox on it. I thought he was valiant, so cunning and fair, instead of seen him damned there, I have challenged him. Let him let the matter slip, and I'll give him my horse, Great Katelyn.
I'll make the motion. Stand here and make a good show on it. This shall end without the perdition of souls. Mary, I shall ride your horse as well as I ride you.
I'm persuaded that we use the devil.
There's no remedy. Sir, he will fight with you for oath's sake.
Pray God defend me. A little thing would make me tell them how much I lack of a man.
Sir, there's no remedy. He will by the duello have one bout with you. But he has promised me, as he is a gentleman and a soldier, that he will not hurt you.
Pray God to keep his oath.
I do assure you 'tis against my will.
Put up your sword! If this young gentleman has done offense, I put the blame on me. If you offend him, I for him defy you.
You, ma'am. Why? What are you?
One, sir, that for his love dares yet do more than you have heard him brag to you he will.
Nay, if you be an undertaker, then I am for you.
Pray, sir, put your sword up if you please.
Mary, will I? For that I promise you, I'll be as good as my word. He will bear you easily and reigns well.
Antonio, I arrest thee.
You do mistake me, sir.
No ma'am, no jot. Though now I know your favor well, and now you have the sea cap on your head.
I must obey. This comes with seeking me, but there is no remedy. I shall answer it. What will you do now that my necessity makes me ask you for my purse? It grieves me much more what I cannot do for you than what befalls thyself. You stand amazed if you have comfort.
Come away.
I must entreat you of some of that money.
What money, ma'am? For the fair kindness you've shown me, I'll lend you something. My having is not much. Hold, here's half my coffer.
Will you deny me now? Is it possible that my deserts to you can lack persuasion? Do not tempt my misery lest it makes you unsound a woman, as to upbraid you with those kindnesses I have done for you.
I know of none, nor know I you by voice or any feature.
Heavens themselves.
Come, ma'am, I pray you, go.
Let me speak a little. This youth that you see here, I snatched one half out of the jaws of death, relieved him with such sanctity of love, which methought did promise most venerable worth to thy devotion.
What's that to me? The time goes by, away.
Oh, how vile and idle proves this God thou hast, Sebastian, done with feature shame.
The girl grows mad, away with her. Come, come, ma'am.
Lead me on.
Methinks her words do from such passion fly that she believes herself. So do not I. Prove true, imagination, oh, prove true that I, dear brother, be now taken for you.
Come hither, knight, come hither. We shall whisper o'er a couplet into a most sage saws.
She named me Sebastian. I, my brother, know yet living in my glass, even such and so in favor was my brother, and even still he went in this fashion, color, ornament, for him I imitate. Oh, if it prove tempests are kind, and soul waves fresh in love.
A very dishonest paltry boy, and more a coward than a hare. His dishonesty derives itself at leaving his friend here in necessity and denying him, and for his cowardship.
Slid, I'll have to begin and beat him.
Do, cuff him soundly, but never draw thy sword.
Would you make me believe I'm not sent for you?
Go to. Thou art a foolish fellow. Let me be clear of thee.
Well, held down faith. No, I do not know you, nor am not sent to you by my lady Olivia to bid you come speak with her, nor your name is not Master Cesario, nor this is not my nose neither. Nothing that is so.
I prithee, vent thy folly somewhere else. Thou knowest not me.
Vent my folly? He has heard the words of some great man, and now applies it to a fool. Vent thy folly. I prithee, ungird thy strangeness, and tell me what I shall vent to my lady. Shall I vent to her that thou art coming?
I prithee, foolish Greek, depart. Boldt. There's gold. If you tarry longer, I shall give worse payment.
By my troth, thou hast an open hand. These wise men who give fools money get themselves a good report.
Now, sir, have I met you again?
Are all the people mad?
Hold, sir, or I'll throw your dagger out of the house.
This will I tell my lady straight, that I would not be in some of your coats for 2 pence.
Come, sir.
Oh! Hey, let him alone. I'll go another way to work with him. I'll have an action of battery against him, if there be any law in New York City. Though I struck him first. But it's no matter for that.
Let go of my hand.
Come, sir. I will not let you go. Come, my young soldier. Put up thy iron. You are well fleshed.
I will be free from thee. What wouldst thou now? If thou darest tempt me further, then draw thy sword.
What? What? Nay, if you be an undertaker, then I am for you.
Hold, Toby! On thy life I charge thee, hold! Madam! Will it ever be thus? Ungracious wretch, fit for the mountains and the barbarous caves! Be not offended, dear Cesario. Ruthby, be gone! I prithee, gentle friend, let thy fair wisdom not thy passion extend in this uncivil and now unjust extent against your peace. Come with me to my house.
What relish is in this? How runs the stream? Or am I mad? Or else this is a dream. Let fancy still my sense and leave thee steep. If it be thus to dream, still let me sleep.
Nay, I prithee, wouldst thou be ruled by me?
Madam, I will.
Oh, say so and so be.
This is the air. And that is the glorious sun. This pearl she gave me. I do feel it, see it, and though 'tis wonder that wraps me thus, 'tis not madness. Where's Antonio then? Could not find her at the Elephant. Her knowledge now might do me golden service, that this be some error, but no madness. Yet doth this accident and flood of good fortune yet so far exceed all instance, all discourse, that I am ready to distrust mine eyes.
Blame not this haste of mine. If you mean well, now go with me into the chantry, and underneath that consecrated roof plight me the full assurance of thy faith, so that my most jealous and too doubtful soul may live in peace.
I know thee well. How dost thou, my good fellow?
Truly, sir. The worse for my friends and the better for my foes.
Just the contrary. The better for thy friends.
No, sir. The worse.
How can that be?
Marry, sir, they praise me and make an ass of me. Now my foes tell me plainly I am an ass.
Thou shalt not be the worse for me. There's gold.
Here comes one, sir, that did rescue me.
I do remember her face well. Yet when I last saw it, it was besmeared as black as Vulcan in the smoke of war. that very envy and tongue of loss cried fame and honor on her. What's the matter?
This is that Antonio that took the phoenix and her fraught from Candy, and this is she that did the tiger board. Here in the streets, desperate of shame and state, and private brabble did we apprehend her.
She did me kindness, sir, drew on my side, but in conclusion put strange speech upon me. I know not what was but distraction.
Notable pirate! Thou saltwater thief! What foolish boldness brought thee to their mercies, whom thou, in terms so bloody and so dear, hast made thine enemies?
Orsino, noble sir, be pleased I shake off these names you give me. Antonio never yet was thief or pirate. That most ungrateful boy there by your side did I redeem. A wreck past hope he was. His life I gave him, and did thereto add my love, without retention or restraint. All his in dedication. For his sake did I expose myself, pure for his love, into the danger of this adverse town, drew to defend him when he was beset, were being apprehended, his false cunning not meaning to partake with me in danger, taught him to face me out of his acquaintance, and grew a 20 years removed thing while one would wink, denied me mine own purse.
How can this be?
When came he to this town?
Today, my lord, and for 3 months before. No interim, not a minute's vacancy, both day and night did we keep company.
Here comes the Countess. But fellow, thy words are madness. 3 months this youth hath tended upon me, but more of that anon. Take her aside.
What would my lord with that which he may not have, wherein Olivia may seem serviceable? Cesario, you did not keep promise with me.
Madam,
Gracious Olivia.
What say you, Cesario? Good my lord.
my lord would speak. My duty hushes me.
If it be aught to the old tune, my lord, it is as fat and fulsome to mine ear as howling after music.
Still so cruel.
Still so constant, lord.
What? To perverseness? You uncivil lady, whose ingrate and unauspicious altars the offerings my soul hath breathed out, that ere devotion tendered. What shall I do?
Whatever it please, my lord, that shall become him.
What? Should I not? Had I the heart to do it? Kill what I love? A savage jealousy that sometimes savors nobly. But hear me this, since you to non-regardance cast my faith, and I partly know the instrument that screws me from my true place in your favor, live you, the marble-breasted tyrant still. But this, your minion, whom I know you love, and who by heaven I swear I tender dearly, him I will tear out of that cruel eye where he sits, crowned in his master's spite. Come, boy, with me. My thoughts are ripe in mischief. I shall sacrifice the lamb I do love, to spite a raven's heart within a dove.
And I most jocund, apt, and willing to do you rest 1,000 deaths would die.
Where goes Cesario?
After him I love. More than I love these eyes, more than my life, more by all more than e'er I shall love wife. If I do feign you witnesses above, punish my life for tainting of my love.
I me detested. How am I so beguiled?
Who does beguile you? Who does do you wrong?
Hast thou forgot thyself? Is it so long? Call forth the Holy Father.
Come away.
Whither, my lord? Cesario, husband! Stay!
Husband?
Aye, husband. Can he that deny?
Her husband, Cearan!
My lord, not I.
Alas, it is the baseness of thy fear that makes thee strangle thy propriety. Fear not, Cesario. Take thy fortunes up. Here to unfold, though lately we intended to keep in darkness, what occasion now reveals 'tis ripe what thou dost now know has passed between this youth and me.
Oh, thou dissembling cub! What wilt thou be when time has sowed a grizzle on thy case? Farewell, and take her. But direct thy feet where thou and I henceforth may never meet.
My lord, I do protest.
Oh, do not swear. Hold little faith, though thou hast too much fear.
For the love of God, a surgeon! Send one presently to Sir Toby.
What's the matter?
He's broken my head across and has given Sir Toby a bloody coxcomb too. For the love of God, ya help!
Who has done this, Sir Andrew?
The Count's gentleman, one Cesario. We took him for a coward, but he's the very devil incarnate.
My gentleman Cesario.
Odds likely, there he is! You broke my head for nothing. Not that I never set out to do with my son Toby.
Why do you speak to me? I never hurt you. You drew your sword upon me without cause, but I was spoken fair and hurt you not.
The bloody coxcomb be a hurt you have heard me. I think you said nothing by a bloody coxcomb. Here comes Sir Toby halting, you shall hear more. And he had not been a stranger when he tickled you other days than he did.
How now, gentlemen? How is it with you?
That's all has hurt me. There's the end on't. Sot. This saucy dick surgeon sot.
Aye, Sir Toby, he's drunk. An hour gone. His eyes were set at 8 in the morning.
That he's a rogue in a petty pleasure pain. I hate the drunken rogue.
Away with him. Who had made this havoc with them?
I'll help you, Sir Toby, because well we dressed together.
Will you help? An ass hat and a coxcomb and a name, a thin-faced name, and a comb.
Get him to bed and let his hurt be looked to.
Ah!
I am sorry, madam. I have hurt your kinsman. Oh, pardon me, sweet one, even for the vows we made but so late ago. One face, one voice, one habit, and two persons. 'Tis a natural perspective, that is and is not.
Antonio! Oh, my dear Antonio! How many hours have racked and tortured me since I have lost thee?
Sebastian, are you?
Fearest thou that, Antonio?
How have you made division of yourself? An apple cleft in two is not more twin than these two creatures. Which is Sebastian?
That's wonderful.
Why stand there? I never had a brother. Nor can there be that deity in my nature. I had a sister. Blind waifs and surges have devoured. Of charity, what kin are you to me? What name, what countryman, what parentage?
Of Messalene. Sebastian was my father. Such a Sebastian was my brother too, so when he suited to his watery tomb. If spirits can assume both form and suit, you come to fright us.
Spirit I am indeed. Were you a woman and the rest coes, even I, should my tears let fall upon thy cheek.
My father had a mole upon his brow.
And so had mine.
And died that day when Cesario from his birth had numbered 13 years.
Oh, that record is lively in my soul. He hath indeed finished his mortal act on that day that made me 13 years.
Do not embrace me till each circumstance of space, time, fortune do cohere and jump that I was your sister, which now to prove that I am Cesario. I was preserved to serve this noble duke. All the occurrences of my fortune since hath been between this lady and this lord.
So comes it, lady, you've been mistook. Be not amazed. Right noble is his blood. If this be so, as yet the glass seems true, I shall have share in this most happy wreck. Boy, thou hast said to me 1,000 times, thou never shouldst love woman as to me.
And all those saying till I overswear, and those swearings keep as true in soul as doth the orbed continent, the fire that severs day from night.
Give me thy hand, and let me see thee. Your master quits you, and for your service done him. And since you called me master for so long, here is my hand. You shall from this time be your master's master.